taxi. The mere mention of the word can elicit groans, sighs, and maybe even a few choice words, but here's the thing. Taxes are the lifeblood of a functioning society. They are the fuel that powers our government, providing essential services like education, healthcare, infrastructure, and national defense. Imagine a world without roads, schools, or hospitals. It sounds pretty bleak, right? That's the reality we face without taxes. They are the price we pay for living in a civilized society, ensuring that everyone contributes their fair share to support the common good. Now, I know what you're thinking. John, you make it sound so simple, but the tax system is anything but. And you're not wrong. The US tax code is notoriously complex, a labyrinth of rules, regulations, and exemptions that can leave even the most seasoned taxpayer scratching their head. But fear not, dear reader, we're going to break down the basics, giving you a solid understanding of how the US tax system works. So buckle up, grab your favorite beverage, and let's dive into the fascinating world of taxation. To truly appreciate the intricacies of the US tax system, we need to take a trip down memory lane. The history of taxation in America is a long and winding road, marked by periods of both stability and upheaval. Our founding fathers weren't exactly fans of taxation without representation, hence the whole American Revolution thing. But even after gaining independence, the newly formed United States relied primarily on tariffs, taxes on imported goods, to fund its operations. Fast forward to 1861, and the Civil War brought about a significant change, the first federal income tax. This temporary measure was introduced to finance the war effort and remained in effect until 1872. It wasn't until 1913 that the income tax became a permanent fixture in the US tax system with the ratification of the 16th Amendment. This amendment granted Congress the power to levy taxes on income without apportioning it among the states based on population. Over the past century, the US tax code has undergone numerous revisions, expansions, and reforms. From the introduction of Social Security taxes in the 1930s to the creation of the Internal Revenue Service in 1862, the tax system has evolved to meet the changing needs of the nation. Now let's talk about the Internal Revenue Code, affectionately known as the Taxpayer's Bible, or maybe not so affectionately. This behemoth of a document contains all the rules and regulations governing federal taxation in the United States. Think of the IRC as a giant instruction manual for how to calculate and pay your taxes. It covers everything from income tax brackets and deductions to estate taxes and gift taxes. It's comprehensive to say the least, but don't worry, you don't need to memorize the entire IRC. Although that would be quite a feat. The key is to understand the basic principles and how they apply to your individual tax situation. The IRC is divided into subtitles, chapters, subchapters, parts, subparts, and sections, each dealing with a specific aspect of tax law. It's a complex and interconnected web of rules, but understanding its structure can make navigating the tax code a little less daunting. Ah, the IRS. The mere mention of those three letters can strike fear into the hearts of even the most honest taxpayers, but the IRS isn't some shadowy organization lurking in the shadows waiting to pounce on unsuspecting citizens. The IRS is simply the agency tasked with enforcing the tax laws established by Congress. Its primary role is to collect taxes, ensuring that everyone pays their fair share and that those who try to cheat the system are held accountable. Think of the IRS as the referee of the tax game. They set the rules, monitor the players, and penalize those who break the rules. They also provide guidance and support to taxpayers, helping them understand their obligations and navigate the complexities of the tax code. The IRS has a wide range of powers, including the ability to conduct audits, impose penalties, and even seize assets in cases of tax evasion. But it's important to remember that the vast majority of taxpayers will never experience these more extreme measures. As long as you file your taxes honestly and on time, you have nothing to worry about.